every few years, the world flips upside down.
Two pillars of the street tumbled over the weekend. Lehman Brothers, a 158-year-old firm, filed for bankruptcy.
We have a new name for the coronavirus. The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
Trade tensions soaring between Washington and Beijing, with China announcing further tariffs on American products to 125%.
In each crisis, millions lose their livelihoods. But some people, they bounce back stronger. What makes the difference? Well, what if the things that save your career are also the things that inspire someone else? First, let me show you one of the most powerful tools on earth. One that gets people hired, changes minds, and inspires action. A story. The story I'm about to show you isn't perfect, but I don't think I could be more persuasive about the need to learn new skills in just 1 minute.
Everything I do is for my family. I was an infographic designer for 20 years. I was comfortable in my job and never saw the need to explore anything new. But after I was retrenched, I knew I had to make a change. It was a challenging first step as the course was quite rigorous and I was the oldest in my class. I knew I needed to stand out from my peers, so I worked hard on making a killer portfolio. A year later, I'm proud to have become a motion designer. Upskilling has given me new hope. I'm confident again that my family is in good hands. That's what makes this my best investment yet.
Technology and globalization have shifted powers from companies to individuals. But you must know how to use it. A skill gives you leverage. A story gives it reach. Let's break it down. Like many great stories, this one has a simple arc. The main character loses something. His job, his pride, his ability to provide. He takes action despite fear, uncertainty about the cause, and being older than his classmates. He struggles, but builds a killer portfolio. He reinvents himself, motion designer, and hopeful again. That's the structure you find in everything from Marvel movies to job interviews. Think of your own story. Where are you right now in that arc? So why does storytelling matter?
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation that is to come. Steve Jobs.
It's not just how Steve Jobs sold the iPhone. It's how you get hired.
Tell me about a time when you went the extra mile.
I worked for a charitable giving platform. Using our app, people could donate to tens of thousands of charities with just a few taps on their phone, and we would take a cut of the donation. One of our biggest charities was about to leave for a competitor, and if they did, it would have been a big blow to our platform. I was asked to pull together some analytics to show the value we brought. But I didn't just want to send over a spreadsheet. So over the next few days, I taught myself JavaScript and built an interactive, auto-zooming donation map. It showed that people were donating to that charity every day of the week, from all across the country. So the client didn't just decide to stay. They doubled down on asking people to donate through us. And we ended up creating that map for all the charities on our platform. That project taught me that going the extra mile, especially when you're under pressure, can sometimes make all the difference. I told that story in interviews, backed up by my LinkedIn, and landed a job that more than doubled my salary. And stories are how movements grow. Black Lives Matter, Nelson Mandela, Gandhi. It's how people connect emotionally. From Holocaust testimonies to Malala's fight for girls' education, to that single photo of a young refugee boy that moved the world. Because facts inform, but stories, they transform. Any story needs content. How do you find the content? Learn new skills. Today, the biggest divide isn't between rich and poor. It's between people who keep learning and people who stop. In times of change, upskilling becomes more than just an option. It's a lifeline. Best of all, this lifeline is free. YouTubers share the skills they learn to secure their dream job.
I normally encourage anyone to start with Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel is the most widely used data analysis tool.
Some skills that skyrocket your value as a mechanical engineer include computer-aided engineering.
Now, the industry standard for 2D work is Adobe After Effects.
And notice, behind each of those clips is another story. Someone who took a risk, learned a skill, and changed their life. And there are tons of tutorials for whatever skill you want to learn. The best thing about upskilling, it's not a race against anyone else. It's a personal journey. Start where you are, at your own pace. And the real return on investment, it's not just the money. It's your confidence, your adaptability, your family's future. And even though it's a personal journey, it's not a solo voyage. Share your progress, your struggles, and your wins. Every story you tell about overcoming doubt, learning something new, and embracing change can inspire someone else to do the same. And that's how we rise together. Thanks for watching.